Hello everybody, this is Toysareus, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at, now I've got to be completely honest, I'm not 100% sure what this is. I think this is a oversized KO version of an Iron Factory's Jetfire figure. So this is TNT 01 and that's all it says, TNT model. So with this video we're going to open it up. I've just had a quick look inside. We're going to have a look at the entire contents of the packaging. We're going to have a detailed look at him in both of his modes. I'm presuming he's got loads of accessories which we can have a look at as well, and of course I'm going to be doing loads of comparisons with other Jetfire figures and indeed other third party to see how he scales. So you may be wondering why I've got this. To be honest, I was checking out the flash sale on Show Z, which of course I'd like to remind you that you can get this from there as well if you want to, and also to remind you to hit that subscribe button for me please, and smash the like button because it really will help me out. And I saw this at a very cheap price and I thought let's have a look at it because it didn't look too bad and the reviews on it were great as well. And that's where I've learned, let's see if I can get this out without making a racket, all of the stuff that I've basically just told you about it. So I believe it is a knockoff of an Iron Factory Jetfire figure. So it's oversized. It looks pretty good, to be fair. You've got all these accessories here. We've got his huge gun. He's obviously in a huge clamshell. Let's get this out of the way and let's do some first impressions. Right, okay, first impressions. Feels rather light. I think unbelievably there's some yellow fading to the plastic already, and I've only just opened him because that doesn't look as bright as these parts up here. It could just be the lighting, but I'm pretty sure there's a bit of fade on there already. Figure itself, as you can see, I can see it looks quite hollow, but let's be honest, we haven't attached everything to him just yet. So it looks obviously like this is going to attach to the back. Yep, there we go. The gun itself is really hollow. Does it move? Does it do anything? Nope, doesn't do anything. I think this is about $20, by the way, maybe a bit less in the sale. No, maybe a bit more in the sale. So we're talking a really cheap figure. So it's got his huge blaster there. That looks a little bit like, it's a sort of in between. I don't know. The gun, of course, reminds me hugely of the Siege version. We've got a little bag of accessories here as well. So let's see what we've got. We've got 2 sets of hands. Have we? No, we've got 3 sets of hands because there's, no, that's really odd. There's only 5 hands, so there's not even pairs. I don't get that. That's a bit odd. Whether or not there's supposed to be more, I don't know, but I've genuinely only got 5 hands here, so I haven't got 3 pairs, and I've got a different head. That reminds me of the Universe version of this figure, to be honest. Let's have a look at the articulation on him. So the head itself will spin around. It's on a huge mushroom peg, so look, you've got loads of range of motion. It'll look up and down. The arms will go right out to the side. If I hadn't put that huge backpack on, I suppose it would have spun. It sort of does. It just about clears it. It is on a ball and socket and a hinge by the looks of this. There is a waist swivel as well. If I take the backpack off, let's have a look. So yeah, you got full T all the way around, unrestricted, full waist swivel, hips out to the side, kick to the front, swivel at the top, knee bend, yeah, ankle tilt and rock with toe tilt as well. So very articulate, very good, to be honest. I mean, again, you've got to judge. I always judge things on what they cost, and with this, it's not very expensive at all. It looks like we can fold these wings out or down. I don't know if these move yet. The translucent blue plastic on, I think, is fantastic, especially there in the cockpit. It just does look a little faded, to be honest. I think, to be honest, though, that is all there is. In fact, let's just quickly change the head. It must be quite simple. Yeah, there you go. Pop that off, and indeed pop. This one probably won't go on now, and I'll jinx myself. But yeah, you know, you get what you pay for. No, you can't. I've got to unscrew that. I've got to unscrew that. I'll do that in the next part of the video to change that for you guys. But again, you know, I always say you get what you pay for with some figures. And this, at the moment, apart from the faders I've just said, is looking good value for money. So let's come back, have a look at him in his alternate mode. And when we come back for the final part, we'll do all the comparisons and we'll change his head as well. Right then, so here he is in his alternate mode and with none of his accessories. I'm not gonna lie, he looks awful. He really does. It looks terrible, as you can see. It's exactly that. It's nothing special to look at, but we're going to attach a load of things in a second. So you can already see we've got some landing gear there, which I don't really get because I can't, and I haven't really found any landing gear at the front, and it doesn't look like there is, unless I'm missing something, or unless they're using, which it looks like they are, this large blaster, which is going to fit inside that little port there, like so. Is that what they're using as the landing gear? Maybe, I'm not too sure, but there's definitely nothing on the underside of that nose. You can see that. Right, these I took off. Again, I'm going to remind you there's a transformation tutorial. When you take them out of the box, these are that way round, so the blasters are facing the forearm, but you need to take them off and you need to turn them around because obviously they need to be facing this way when he's in this particular mode. Then as soon as we attach the backpack, this hopefully is going to be quite simple. It looks like I need to fold these out. Ready. This is my complete first experience of this figure. I've got no idea what it's going to look like and do, so hopefully now, no, you see that can't be there. Oh, it is. It comes right up and over. Yeah, it does. There you go. I wasn't expecting that at all. I was expecting it to be much closer down to the back of the jet, so it really is right over the front. And I'm going to see, do these come out? I'm not too sure. They must do. Right, this is first impressions. I'm going to have a proper look at it off camera in a second, but first impressions, there we go. We've got the boosters at the back. It does look loads better with this on the top, and I think that's just because it's covering up a load of things. It also looks like, though, and again, I don't know, let's just see. Let's go off the cuff, let's go ad lib. Let's not drop it unless we have to, that this can then also fit over that way. Yes, it can. Just about. That can just fit in that hole there. But also, no, that's way too deep. So there's nothing that's going to fit in there. There's no more accessories by the looks of it. I was really expecting this, to be honest, to go the other way around or to fit somewhere further down to cover up most of that. But it doesn't. It just literally fits on the top of there, like so, with that part coming over the cockpit. In fact, it also looks like, yep, just to confirm it, you've got two cutouts there on the top. These are going to tab into them tabs as well, so it really does securely fit on, like so. I thought the guns at least would move out. What can we do here? There you go, they can. You can fold that down, fold this out. That looks a little better. I wasn't expecting it to be that much of an extension, to be honest. And does that make it look a bit better? I suppose it does, to be honest. I'm loving the translucent blue plastic on it, though. That looks great. This is definitely going to go better on the underside. I'm going to put it back there like so. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better maybe. I like the fact that you can move these around as well. So for a relatively cheap figure, there's quite a lot going on with it. With regards to some size comparisons, let's fold this over just to tuck them out of the way. Let's have a look then. So this is quite a large deluxe figure. It is way bigger than that, way bigger. I don't know if this is probably classed as a Voyager class, but again, different sort of dimensions. So again, the Jetfire or Skyfire figure is way bigger. This is a Masterpiece Trailbreaker, and again, dimensions, etc., it's still way bigger. However, it is nowhere near as big as your fans' hobby Buster figure. This isn't even going to fit on screen. So Masterpiece cars, it's as big as. Masterpiece jets, absolutely nowhere near. Have I got anything else quickly just to show you in size? Just a little Jurassic Park Jeep to give you an idea of that there. Now I'm going to very quickly just check the instructions just to see if there's anything I've missed, and let's come straight back once I've checked them. So I'm pleased to say there's nothing I've really missed, but what I didn't know is you can actually take, the whole, is it the whole of the things? Actually, no, I'm not too sure. Maybe it is just the tail fins, but on the instructions here at the very bottom, yeah, look, you can take the whole thing off. Now, I'm not going to have a go because you saw that I actually pulled the tail bit off. It does look like this whole section. Oh, yeah, there it will. This will come off as well. I can't see why you'd want to be honest. I don't understand to what benefit you would get from taking them off, but that is just a feature and something that you can do, and I suppose because it's in the instructions, at least I've shown you that now. So what we need to do then, we're going to come back for the final time with him in his robot mode. And just one last thing to say on this: if you're buying this on the secondary market and it hasn't got this backpack, I wouldn't go for it at all, to be fair, because as I say, it looks awful like this and he doesn't look great in robot mode. But there you go. Let's come back and have a look at him in his robot. Okay then, so he's back into his robot mode. Let's see how he looks with his accessories attached, and we'll do a few comparisons. So I've already switched these around, which I mentioned in the other part, and hopefully you've seen the tutorial as well. You'll all have also noticed that these do come off, but I can't see any reason to take them off. So what we're going to do, we're going to attach the huge parts on the back again, and you see what I mean, what I said in the other part of the video. If you haven't got this and you're buying it on the secondary market, it's not going to look that good at all, to be honest, because it just really needs it. It's quite a basic figure, and yeah, without it doesn't really do it any justice. We've got the large gun which we've put in his hand there, which is great. It's got a huge, I suppose, handle, but we now know why, and that's because obviously it attaches to the underside in the other mode. I'm just going to very quickly change the fists or the hands, because just to show you how simple it is. I am going to do the head, but that's going to be in another part in a second. I'm trying to find a screwdriver small enough, in all honesty, because it's tiny. Look at it, that's the size of the screw that we need to get in, so I will do that. It'll be just tagged on at the end of this once I've found one, so you can see how you can attach the fist. As simple as that. There we go. Right, this is the other thing that I think makes this not stand out, but I think what's really good, I was looking at these blasters thinking you've got to really be able to use these, and you can. You've just got to fold this down out of the way like so, and then of course this can now come out of here over his shoulder like so. You can close this back up. I don't even think this is in the instructions, to be honest, but it just seemed like such a waste of a huge backpack to not be able to do that. I'm not saying I'm the first person that's done this. I'm sure many other people have worked that out as well, but it just gives it another edge, to be fair, another little bonus thing. Again, I keep mentioning it, but this is an incredibly cheap figure, and if you're after I don't know whether to call him Jetfire or Skyfire, let me know in the comments what you think I should call him. If you want one of these figures to scale with your legend scale figures, probably especially Iron Factory, because it is huge, and I believe it is based on that. He's very big. Look, this is some new age figures, so these aren't all going to scale together. This is just to give you an idea of how big he is compared to them, shall we say. So there's some new age figures, just to give you an idea. Let's move this out of the way. I'm going to do third party first and foremost. I'm going to do them all together. So we've got Magic Square, Iron Factory, and this is just a bit of fun. It's definitely, again, not going to scale. That is Dr. Wu. Very quickly while I'm here, this one is Mechanic Studios, like so. There you go. So to be fair, he doesn't scale too bad with all of these. If you don't collect third party and you want to have I suppose an idea of the scale and size, Generation 1, Minibot and Prime. So there you go, bigger than a G1 Prime, to be fair, so that's quite big. With regards to some more modern figures, Core Class, Deluxe Class, what can I reach here? Leader Class. So not a Leader Class, I would say, if I can get him without falling over. Let's have a look. Yeah, more like a Voyager Class size figure. And as I say, for about 20 bucks, $20, it's not too bad, is it? Let's be honest, it's not too bad at all. Everything's being knocked over. I do have a couple of Jetfires to do some comparisons with, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right back and we're going to change the head and we'll do the last few comparisons. Okay, then very quickly, as promised, let's change these heads. So let's take, of course, the backpack off straight away by the tabs. I've already done this, bit of a Blue Peter moment. Which is a TV program in the UK, by the way, where they say, here's something I prepared earlier. And that's exactly what I've done. So you can see all you need is a little Phillips head screwdriver on here. This should unscrew it enough, and then you've got to physically actually break. He says break, just pull the head apart by the looks of it. He says that now, and I'm probably going to really struggle because I've got no nails at all with regards to this. So let's see. maybe I have to take it all the way out. I thought it was, but again, I just thought I'd put this on just so you can see it actually happen. Right, there we go. That's perfect. That's took that off anyway. So here's the other head. This is the one that I'm going to pop over and then bring the other Jetfires out. Now, to be honest, I haven't actually got that many Jetfires. I've got the G1. I've got the Masterpiece, which is the only one I'm not going to be doing the comparison with just because it won't fit on the screen. The Masterpiece is bigger than the Siege one I'm about to show you. So it'll give you an idea again of just, I suppose, the scale of this. But again, main purpose of this, just to show you how simple it is to get a Phillips head screwdriver, which is the one with a cross. If you're not very technically minded, I remember when I first found out the Phillips head meant that it was the one with the cross on. Right, let's just pop that in and on there. So there we go. So I think that is more an IDW look, and I think the reason for that is, the only reason I know, because again, I know somebody's going to pick me up and say, but you've not read the IDW, which is true, I haven't, but I do have, of course, the Thrilling 30 IDW Jetfire, and they look a little more similar with the, I suppose, the visor and the way that the ear parts come up. And I'm gonna have to push this way back to get him in, and I probably should have changed the Siege one around, to be fair, because I've got him on just normal. There's no point, he's not going to fit. I've got him on just his normal, what's the word I'm after, head. I didn't change the visor over. And for those of you who are interested, again, nothing like it, but wow, he's getting yellower and yellower. There he is. That's the last comparisons for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Take care.